Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mint Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers, there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. I have no idea how many orders going out today. I have spent about 6 hours of my day helping my boy clean his room. They had no school today. It's about 3 weeks overdue from the first time I told him to clean his room, so now Dad's stepping in, and it turns into, hey, you should have cleaned your room, now I'm going to throw away most of your stuff. Not most of your stuff, you know what I mean. I don't know. Is anybody else like me where when you're in cleaning mode, either help or get out of the way? Because trying to get a little boy to clean instead of play when he's discovering toys he hasn't seen in maybe a year, it's a challenge. Also, the kids had no school today. And it's like 50 degrees outside right now. So, you know, they probably could have went with the, a 2-hour delay, but whatever. I don't make those decisions. Let's pull some orders. First thing going out, B3B is hand-decorated eggs. I got a bag of these. I separated them into 2 lots. I paid $4.99 for the bag, and it had 2 lots of the painted wooden ones. It had 4 or 5 that were either glass or maybe actual egg that was glazed or something. I couldn't figure out what it was, so I didn't list those. But the painted ones I listed. The other ones sold about a week and a half ago. And those ones right there, $17.99 free shipping. And I did notice when I listed them, and this was a while back, that most of the listings said, I want to say they said Romanian or Ukrainian or somewhere in that Eastern European range, that was in the egg, like they're specifically from there. And none of them I looked at actually said on the egg. So I don't know if that's a popular folk art type thing from that region, but I wasn't willing to put that in there because, like, where are you getting that information? I could have painted those in my garage. They're just wooden eggs. Next up, A3 Sennheiser PC headset. It's this one right here, Sennheiser. I think that's what that says. I got that in a Mikhail mystery box. $15.99 free shipping. I did have a viewer last video or 2 videos ago. They said they were new and they said, hey, what's up with these mystery boxes? Where can I get one? You can't. I just call them Mikhail mystery boxes because they're boxes sent to me from my friend Mikhail of inventory where I pay the shipping, and it was just stuff he wasn't going to process or he was going to donate anyways. He said, I'm just going to get rid of this stuff. If you pay the shipping, I'll just send it to you. And I was going through that story every time I would mention it, so instead I started calling them Mikhail mystery boxes because they were a mystery to me in a box. But sorry, no, can't get them. Next up, B3D10 is a vintage spark plug tie clip. B3D10 right here, tie bar, tie clip, whatever you want to call it. It's got a bit of, oh, it's just wore off. I was going to say it had some funk on it. That's cool. It's got like a mother of pearl looking back and a spark plug. And for that, $8.99 free shipping. I think I countered an offer on that one. Maybe I sent out an offer. Not a lot of money, but very easy to process. Got that in I think that came in the giant bag of tie bars and cufflinks and stuff. I made hundreds of dollars on a $30 bag of jewelry, which I guess are tie bars and cufflinks. That's jewelry, right? Yeah, I think so. And they left a note. What'd they say? Hello, hope you and your family are well and safe. Thanks for sharing and for the offer. Best regards, Walter. You're welcome, Walter. Also, I must have sent out an offer. Next up, it's a book. It is Practical English right here. Practical English 7th grade from Miller and Paul. For that, I accepted an offer of $12 free shipping. I think I had it listed $24.99, but when the offer came in, I double checked and you couldn't find that exact one, but there was 10 others available that were, not 7th grade or maybe a little rougher condition or whatever. The books were free. I'm almost always willing to take significant offers. Next up, just so happy to see it go. This is probably at a loss. B2 is a lot of 61, which is this 2 big bags of Ziploc bags. 2 big bags of Ziploc bags? No, that's not right. 2 big Ziploc bags of stamps. That's a lot of stamps. How many did I say? 61 of them. I got $18.74 plus shipping. I have about $10 into that. I bought a big bag of them once for $4.99, and there was a bunch that were new, so I thought I was going to be able to pick out a couple to sell individually. Nope. The stamp market is, unless you have some like really rare ones, really unique ones, that is a market that is so flooded with cheap. So what I ended up doing is I came across another bag of them for $3.99, $4.99, something like that. And I said, well, you know what I'll do? I'll double the size of the listing. And I did not increase the price. I just added more stuff to the listing and kept the price the same. And then on top of that, I had to give 25% off to even get it to sell. $18.74 plus shipping. Still a few dollars in profits, but I'll never buy stamps again. Unless they are, what is the brand? Stamp It Up, I think, where they come in the boxes and they have a barcode. And you know, there are some that are worth it, but unless you put in that work ahead of time or you have that knowledge ahead of time, category I am out on. Next up is a wig. It's a keeper doll. I think that's supposed to say Kemper doll, unless there is also keeper. But B5B9. B5B. Yes, and it is a Kemper. So even with a misspelling of keeper, still got that one sold. It is a Kemper Originals Sonya 1011. And for that one, $13.99 free shipping. And I had mentioned that you should do an inventory. Feelings are mixed by people, and depending on how much stuff you have, really, if it is actually necessary. Under 50 items, you probably don't have to, but under 50 items, it's going to take you 5 minutes, so why not? I've actually decided to hold off on mine, only because I'm currently listing nothing but books, period, for until they're done. So probably a couple weeks of nothing but books. So I'm going to actually just let the hard goods section clear out a little bit during that time and then do my inventory, just so it's an easier process because I don't inventory the books. Next up, VHS set, Lord of the Rings trilogy. And that's right back here, right there. Lord of the Rings trilogy, sent out an offer, or it was on maybe a 10% sale when I do a whole store sale. $13.49 free shipping. I think Macau Mystery Box, but I really don't know on that one, but I think so. Family movie night, we do every Friday. Technically it's family night and we can do a game or a movie, but people end up crying when we play games. I don't know. Maybe that'll end someday. But on my pick, I've been sick of watching kids movies. So I was like, okay, let me find just something where it might be maybe a little scarier for the boy or something, or, you know, action-packed, maybe a little too much violence, you know, just not a kid's movie, but no cursing or nudity or anything. So I was like, okay, I love The Lord of the Rings, and I've seen all of them 1,000,000 times. So if the kids talk through the whole movie, I don't care. I know it by heart. I don't care. But they're so long that now my picks have been split up into weeks. So last Friday was my pick again. We were on my third pick of Lord of the Rings, and we made it through half of Two Towers, which I think will be how it continues. We'll watch, you know, an hour and a half to 2 hours and then go from there. But there has been no talking. We watch a kids movie, kids will jibber jab through the whole thing. These, they are engaged. They are staring at the screen, loving the story. It's been really a nice change of pace. Next up, C3 is a Sylvania compact MP3 player. What did I say? C3. I'm not in love with that it's on C3. Probably could have been in a drawer or a box. I also don't see it. Hello, Blackbeard. Do you think you're a star now? You think you get to be in every video? Be quiet. All right, I did find it. That was a lot of searching. We were about to have to do the inventory right now, just after I said I was going to hold off a little bit. Instead of C3, it was in B3H. Here it is. It's been so long that I grabbed a bite to eat, put my phone away. Jen's back from the grocery store. She looked. I looked a second time. That was a lot of fun. So for that Sylvania compact MP3 player, $17.99 free shipping. Glad I found it. And during that time, another sale. C4 is a Shakespeare. It's like a lure bag. I guess that's what it is. It's a lure bag. One thing I did realize when I was doing all this searching and moving is that I actually have a decent amount of space, more than I Come on, don't make a mess over here. More than I really anticipated. It looks a little smushed right now, but this is a Shakespeare fishing lure bag. For that, I got $16.38 plus shipping. I got it at a garage sale. I paid a couple bucks. So that's somewhere in the $2 to $5 range. I doubt I would have went as high as $5. I think it was $2, but that's a little hibbity-dibbity in my memory on that one. But there is actually a ton of space. Things are just spread out a little bit. One thing I noticed a lot of is that there are head club covers for golf clubs, of course, everywhere. All over the place, and they all need to be in that bucket down there, which will be upgraded to a larger bucket, but that's a thing that should be in its own space. I sell them often enough. I find them often enough. They're easy enough to flick through a pile of them. That's going to happen during inventory, and that's part of the reason why I want to hold off. I want to wait until some stuff sells through, and then when you do the inventory, I always move stuff around, reorganize, put it in a better spot if that seems better, and then you end up with a large amount of space, or I end up with a large amount of space, which is in preparation for when the garage sale season starts back up, and I can list and list and list, and buy and buy and buy. Hello, everybody. Future Drew here in my currently not heated, about 25-degree garage to bring you today's tip of the day. And it's because it's the only quiet place in my home. Is it here? And I need to do it now. Tip of the day. Right now, currently, I'm working on books. Probably already heard me say that. Actually, probably heard me say that in this video. Something to watch out for. Not just listing books, but it's burned me a couple times, and it's really, you gotta watch out for it. If you are doing sell similar, make sure if the category is incorrect, or you just know that there's a better category, that you change that first. Because for me, with the books, lots of times they'll be in the antique book section when they should be in the regular books and magazines section, or vice versa. Or sometimes it'll be, say, in the train collectibles or in the religious category for books, or not in those categories, and it needs to be. If you go through and change or fill out any of your recommended setting, any of your recommended item specifics, that's what I'm looking for, your recommended item specifics, and then you change the category, it will reset them. Yes, for those of you that's happened to, you know the feeling. It's not fun. You just went through a bunch of work, and then you just wiped it away. And for those who haven't had that happen, try to make sure it doesn't happen. I'm aware of it, and it still sometimes happens to me, but just something to save you some stress, definitely save some time. Make sure you got the right category first. Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.